top of the morning, top of the noonday, top of the evening, top of the night to you all. We're going to continue on with our case pertaining to Kenneka Jenkins, going with spoliation and evidence tampering against Crown Plaza Hotel and the Rosemont Police Department. We will be going beyond 5 minutes tonight because we are looking at different cases. Let's go. Let's get started. Okay, I would like to first start off with a question that came up. What's the advantage of using Photoshop to alter or manipulate data? Well, one of the advantages of using Photoshop is that you can compress images. You can change the pixelation of an image. If I were to compress an image down to 1 pixel and submerge it into another image, would you be able to see that image with the naked eye that had been compressed down to 1 pixel? No, you would not. If I were to encrypt a hidden message within a document or a folder and compressed it down, would you be able to see that with the naked eye? No, you would not. There's also distortion. You can distort the images by enhancing it too much. Then the pixelation is distorted. Remember, pixels are points. If you remember the line and graph, the X and Y axis, you have points. Pictures are made up of points. Okay, you can compress things down to a point and hide it within a document, so on and so forth. That's some of the advantages of using software like Photoshop. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so today we said we would continue looking at building a case against Rosemont Police Department and the hotel from an IT perspective. We know we're going to do our motions for discovery. And we also know we're going to subpoena certain people on our behalf. We automatically know we're going to subpoena Rosemont Police Department staff. We're going to subpoena hotel staff. We are also going to subpoena a manufacturer representative for the cameras. We're going to subpoena Adobe software developer. We're going to subpoena database administrators, network administrators. We are going to subpoena internet service providers. There are a host of people that we will want to subpoena pertaining to this case, because there are a lot of questions that we don't have the answers to. And if they give us the answer, we're not going to take their word at face value. We're going to have our experts come in and verify or denounce what they have told us. We're going to proof up our case. When we are in the court of law, it is our responsibility to proof our case up. And we also need to hold the other side accountable if they are not proofing up their case. We're not just going to take their word at face value and just say, oh, they said it, so it's so. No, we want the proof. Okay? So let's look at some cases. Let's look at our first case. Remember, we're going for spoliation and evidence tampering to help us build our case for Kenneka Jenkins. Okay, Joseph and Sylvia Essenter are the plaintiffs versus Cumberland Farms Incorporated. United States District Court, Northern District of New York. Case number 109-CV-00539 MAD-DRH. Once again, this is the United States District Court, Northern District of New York. Mr. Joseph had fallen on the property. They had video from surveillance cameras that captured the fall. They notified the manager of Cumberland Farm. She made copies. However, she was dealing with a new system, which she was not trained on, but she did follow the company protocol in making those copies. And when it was time for video footage to be submitted, the DVD copies were blank. What she submitted were still shots, which were extremely distorted. Spoliation of evidence. She had the duty to preserve that video footage. Not only a duty to preserve video footage, but a duty to preserve unedited video footage. These copies were blank. She had no video footage. It was her responsibility, because this is the organization or the company she worked for, to preserve the video footage. Anytime there's an issue on your property and you may end up in court, it is your duty, it is that company's duty or responsibility to preserve that evidence. Let's move on to the next case. Let's look at our second case. Plaintiffs are Linda and James Raleigh versus Marriott International Incorporated. Their defendants, United States District Court, Western District of New York. Case number 12-CV-6242P. Okay, in this case, it's another property fall. Linda Raleigh fell within the hotel, and surveillance cameras were there to capture this video footage. However, her claim was that the hotel failed to provide complete relevant footage recorded on the surveillance cameras. They did not provide that. They had a duty to preserve the video footage. They did not, which means they spoiled the evidence. Was it a possibility that the Marriott could have gotten sued and ended up in court? Yes, they knew that. So it was their responsibility to preserve that video footage. Okay, and there's still some things we want to know about the Crown Plaza Hotel as well as the Rosemont Police Department. What is Rosemont data policy when it comes to the preservation of video surveilling footage? How long do they preserve and store the video footage? When is it destroyed? How is it stored?
This concludes our look into other cases today as we build a case with spoliation and tampering of evidence as our foundation. Tomorrow we will be looking at timestamps. You all have a pleasant day, night, evening, Bye bye.